Stock I'm tracking today is Tesla, off a new note from Piper Sandler saying investors should be proactively buying at this point.
You heard that right. One of the top analysts on Wall Street, Alexander Potter, who is a very highly ranked analyst specifically for Tesla, because not everyone on Wall Street analyzes Tesla. So Alexander is actually one of the better ones, and his returns are 8.8% higher than S&P 500. So we certainly want to listen to what Alexander has to say.
Analyst Alexander Potter published a note on Wednesday highlighting the recent Tesla vehicle price cuts and the stock's downturn over the last several months as catalysts for the next leg upward for Tesla shares. Piper Sandler points out that including the $7,500 federal tax credit, Tesla's Model Ys are now far more affordable. Now, a graph in the note showed Model Ys had been more expensive than large SUVs like a Chevrolet Suburban or GMC Yukon, and are now back in the price range of mid-size SUVs like a Ford Explorer.
If you read between the lines, he basically said, F you, SUVs.
SUVs.
I like him.
And even cheaper than a Jeep Grand Cherokee. Piper argues the price cuts could boost U.S. demand by 300 to 600,000 vehicles. Dave, that graph really did stick out to me, though, when you talk about the fact that a Tesla Model Y was more expensive than those major large vehicles that fit 8 people. But now getting back to earth, I think, a little bit, and maybe being more competitive with some other stocks in the or some other cars in the market.
Yeah, look, you had to be nervous initially about the margins and how much they would shrink with this dramatic $13,000 price cut. But it just, to your point, broadens the customer base so much and almost erases a little bit of that Twitter hangover if he would just shut up.
I understand the frustration. I don't feel it because I treat this as a buying opportunity, because this is not a fundamental issue, and this is something that if you follow Elon Musk, you know he's going to do it. You know it's going to happen again. You know it's inevitable. So when these things happen, it's a buying opportunity. If you haven't seen this tweet from Elon Musk, you have to see it. No more political comments for me now that I have shot off both of my feet. Some of you, of course, will be very happy to see that he just tweeted that, and by just, I mean 10 years ago. To expect Elon to really change fundamentally, I don't think that's going to happen, because a lot of that supposedly bad behavior, that enables Elon to take some of the risks that he has taken to start, for example, an electric vehicle company when everyone is literally telling him that's a bad idea, including such a wise person like Charlie Munger, who Elon had dinner with. And yet Elon proceeded anyway, because Elon has the guts to go against such supposedly wise advice, which, but the advice was not bad. I mean, Elon said himself that he didn't think that Tesla is likely to even make it, but some things are worth doing even if you think they are not going to work. So when you want a man that will do this, you will get some of the bad as well. By some of the bad, I mean he will speak his mind. When everyone says, oh, you shouldn't, shareholder value is not going to go up if you say those things. However, when Elon sees that something is not working, if he is wrong, he will change his approach. And before, we had tweets like prosecute so-and-so, and now it's just, okay, some people will get it and some will not. And that approach is not as divisive as before. So Elon has changed his approach, but he will push it to the absolute edge and sometimes over the edge. And then he will face the backlash. Here's one example of that. Musk is expected to take the stand in a trial centered on his infamous funding-secured tweet from 2018 in which he claimed he was taking Tesla private. Hold on, why does this headline say that Elon claimed he was taking Tesla private? Here's what Elon said. He said, I'm considering taking Tesla private at $420, funding secured. He says, I am considering. He didn't say, I am trying to take Tesla private right now and will do so. There is, of course, a little bit more context to all of this, but he was considering taking Tesla private. After this trial, if Elon is found guilty, imagine what all of the other CEOs will do. So if you just tell everyone what you are considering, what you are thinking of doing, not having committed to doing, but just thinking and considering. If you are a CEO of a publicly traded company, you will not share any of that information anymore. Definitely not. Why would you do that and be taken to court? So if Elon is found guilty here, that will be bad for the public and for the investors of other companies, because there is going to be a precedent. Investors will have less information because the management will be reluctant to share anything that they are thinking or considering at that point. Also, look where the stock was back then. So we still have an increase of about 400% since then. No long-term investors are complaining about this.
I mean, that is the one problem. He can't get out of his own way in terms of turning off customers. We talked about how Elon's favorability has been cut in half over the last year since he's been speaking out so politically. But yes, this opens up a whole new customer base. Ross Gerber, albeit a massive Tesla bull, said the bullish case for Tesla is now stronger than ever. And he was very critical of the Twitter situation as well. So yeah, it appears to be paying off.
I do agree with Ross that Tesla stock bull case is as strong as ever, but check this out. What's the deal with Elon Musk trying to get the trial moved to Texas from San Francisco? Can you believe that the trial is going to be held in San Francisco? Yeah. Do you know what happened to Twitter just now? Twitter has laid off 75% of its workforce. And by the way, it still works just fine. Actually, I find that it works faster for me, and I love that I can see the views on my tweets. Twitter is working better than before, with a lot less employees. What were these people even doing? But don't you think that these thousands of people that were laid off are not complaining to their friends, to their families, to everyone they know that, hey, look, this idiot here took over Twitter and fired me? You think these stocks are not going on? And of course, it would not be great if one of the jurors said that Elon Musk is an idiot. We wouldn't want any jurors to say that Elon Musk is the next Trump. We wouldn't want that, right? But what does it say here? You could see that in the questionnaire filled out by potential jurors in the trial, in which one woman described him as the next Trump and a delusional narcissist, according to Bloomberg. Another said that Musk was not likable. And one man noted that Musk's cars were beautiful, even though the man himself was an idiot. Does this sound like a fair trial? No wonder Elon's lawyers said, we don't think we can get a fair trial in this district, period, full stop. And I fully agree with that. If Elon didn't take over Twitter, then we would be having a different kind of conversation. In that case, I think it would probably be just fine. But because Elon took over Twitter and laid off so many people, I don't see how it's going to be a fair trial here. Let's see what else Alexander Potter said about Tesla stock. He's saying Tesla took longer than expected to cut prices, but now that pricing adjustments have been made and now that the valuation has reset, we think investors should be proactively buying Tesla. We don't think most investors appreciate the extent to which lower pricing could support Tesla's market share. This is particularly true in the United States, where lower prices combined with a $7,500 tax credit could unlock at least 300,000 units of incremental demand, if not twice that, says Alexander. Additionally, he added, the price cuts could help Tesla poach demand from competitors like GM, Ford, and Ram, all of which have chipped away at Tesla's EV market share in recent years. The US auto market has ample real estate for Tesla to exploit, the note stated. Also, Alexander Potter argued that margins, they might still actually be quite okay. We are hopeful that such drastic declines may not materialize due to deflating raw material costs and better margins in Tesla Energy, he wrote. Even more importantly, we suspect that the margin profile of new capacity in Shanghai, Austin, and Berlin is higher than many expect. So that is some good news for Tesla stock, and these are 48 reasons why I only own Tesla stock in my stock portfolio. My name is Matt Post. Just like and subscribe if you haven't yet, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.